What's up, guys? Kat and Mark here, and we've got an important message for you guys.
We have been nominated for 3 awards at the Australian Adult Industry Awards. I'm nominated for Best Escort, Mark is nominated for Best Sex Therapist, and we are collectively nominated for Best Podcast again. So
make sure all you guys, every single day, set a reminder, give us a vote. We'd really appreciate it.
Every single day. So set a reminder in your phone. We really need your guys' help to win these awards. And if you would like to see us live in the flesh, we are also hosting the awards again this year for the second year in a row. So get your tickets to the Australian Adult Industry Awards, and then you can see us live in person. But yeah, don't forget to vote. I'll put the link and everything, all of the details in the description. And yeah,
perfect.
Enjoy
Cheers.
the show.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Kat and Mark Show. Kat, what's been happening?
Well, yesterday, the voting officially opened for the Australian Adult Industry Awards. So everyone,
Nice.
You would have just heard our little message at the beginning of the episode, but I'm here to remind you for the second time to vote again, which is very exciting. But other than that, I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time.
Forever.
Yeah, because we filmed a few episodes.
Yeah.
Like in a row. We would do that sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so I feel like we literally just spent like an hour catching up
I
before
know,
the show.
yeah, it
I
feels-
feel like I've already told you everything
I
that's
know,
going on in
it
my
feels
life.
like we had a podcast before the actual podcast.
Oh, we actually did because
Yeah.
it's
It's been an hour, actually,
literally,
yeah.
It has been an hour. We've just been
Catching up.
catching up with something.
Yeah.
It's so long.
Actually, what did you do for Easter weekend? That's what we didn't speak about. You just been chilling? or-
I went and visited my grandma,
Oh,
and then my
nice.
dad came here. Honestly, not much.
No.
I feel like everyone in my family is getting so old. Like we didn't.
Yeah.
There was no like big family thing that happened.
Yeah.
And I was working like pretty much the whole time. This Easter was holidays are busy, yo.
Yeah.
They're very busy. People firstly it's a long weekend. People are out on the long weekends.
You want
they
to have
get-
some fun?
They get horny, but yeah,
Yeah.
also holidays as well. Like I remember on Christmas Day. I worked on Christmas Day.
I was so surprised to
I
hear
worked on
that.
Christmas Day and I was so busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
Because
so-
I thought like people would be
Well,
busy
there's a lot of
with stuff to do,
expats here
but-
that have no family
Yeah.
or girlfriends or whatever.
Exactly.
So then it's like, holidays comes around, all their friends are with their families or
Yeah,
whatever.
I guess it's a
and they're
time
just by
you,
themselves. And
you might
so-
feel like extra lonely if you don't have
yeah,
that
if you don't
family
have
on
anyone.
those days.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, and some people do. Some people like, so even in my family, like when we do family shenanigans, it's usually like in the morning. We'll usually have like an early lunch at like 11 o'clock, goes for 2 hours, and then everyone goes home. So then you get home, it's like
Yeah.
1 o'clock. It's like, all right, what do I do now? Everything's shut.
Yeah, true.
So that's probably also happens as well. Even if they do have family stuff, it's probably only like doesn't go for very long.
Fair.
So
All right. I get it. So
So
busy.
anyway, busy
busy girl.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So money making weekend. But I've got a few episodes ago, I was saying how I don't have my beats actually because I left them at a friend's house, but which I'm very sad about. But I was talking about how I think that I've like when I was coming back from overseas that I've crossed dimensions into another matrix. How did I explain it? Am I in another dimension, another matrix? Where am I at?
I'm not sure, but you're not here. Yeah.
Yeah, I crossed into somewhere
else.
Yeah, I've time traveled through the matrix somehow.
Yeah.
And I have my second piece of proof.
Oh, okay.
My second Mandela effect. So
All
the
right,
first
hit
one
me.
was the beats.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, when I came back into this.
They all fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, when I landed, my beats looked different
They
to
were different,
before
yeah.
I left.
Not the originals, yeah.
I shit you not. One of my clients,
Yeah.
I swear on my life
Mm.
that he was circumcised before I left. Or uncircumcised. He was
He
something.
grew back his foreskin. Is that what you're telling me?
All of a sudden he's uncircumcised, and I was like, where did this
ask?
I was like, where did this foreskin come from? I was like, were you always? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I'm getting suspicious.
Was
now.
there like a lot of foreskin? Was
No,
it very loose?
it was different.
Because the reason I started laughing at the beginning of this story when I heard it, I don't know if we've spoken about this. I think we may have spoken about this before. That so many girls that like think that I'm circumcised and I'm not. So like I've actually had girls say to my face, she's like, I'm so disgusted when guys aren't circumcised. It's so gross, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not
Yeah,
circumcised,
but you can
right?
pull your skin all the way back so it looks like it's uncircumcised a little bit.
Yeah, it, like when I'm hard, it just looks like I don't have foreskin.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm asking. Is that what happened here?
No, I don't think so. It was.
That's
it
what I'm saying. Was it obvious? Was this guy
man
just
had
like?
a different
Was
penis.
this guy like actually circumcised before? You come back and
No,
you're
this
like,
man's penis grew back his foreskin.
is there a chance you got the penises confused? Were you just like, this is
Look,
this
I
is
do
the
see a
wrong
lot of
penis?
cocks, so that's a very big possibility.
Yeah, you're like, fuck, hang on.
It's a very,
wrong penis.
It's a very big possibility that I have just forgotten what this man's
But it's more
penis looks
likely
like.
that you've entered the Matrix. And
I think it's
you know,
much more likely
yeah,
that
yeah.
I've time traveled into a different matrix.
Exactly. I think this
because-
is evidence number 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with what most of my regular dicks look like.
How did this guy respond? What?
I mean, I
What did
just
he
kind of
say
brushed
to
it
that?
off, and I was like, "This is proof that I'm. This is proof that I'm not. That this is not real.
This
None of
guy-
this is real."
This guy's like, my foreskin has proved that this woman has time traveled.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
So that's my
Okay.
second little
right.
Mandela effect for
Okay,
you.
cool. We'll need to look out for number 3.
Yeah, I know. Oh my god! So I wonder what's gonna happen next.
Damn.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you're gonna lose your foreskin.
Yeah,
one of these days,
maybe,
one
yeah.
of these days, you're gonna show me a picture and be like, "What? No, I never had a foreskin."
I'm just trying to think if I've ever had a girl that I've slept with multiple times and come back and just been like, they're not your titties. Or like, or like, what happened to your pussy? It's changed.
Yeah, but I mean, you could. Yeah, but you can't grow a foreskin. Like you could change your teeth,
That's true.
but you can't grow a foreskin back.
Yeah. I've
Guys
never
can't
tried.
really change their dicks, can they?
I don't know what you mean by
What, is
that.
that like? Is this? Because like you know how girls can change everything about their appearance. Like you can even get like vaginal plasties and stuff.
Well, yeah, you can get like, there are like penis extension surgeries.
Yeah, but that's
and
not
stuff.
real, is it?
Well, I don't know. What do you mean by real? Like,
I don't know.
yeah,
Like I
there's-
don't think I've ever met anyone. Like I've met lots of girls that have had like their boobs done or their
I
nose
think,
done. I've met a couple girls that have had like vagina surgeries and stuff.
yeah, I think that when I say like extension, I don't think you're going to go from like a 2-inch dick to like an 11-inch dick or
Or
something.
you go from like
but-
2 inch to 2.5.
Yeah, something like
What's the
that. Like
point?
it probably just,
would you even
they
bother?
probably just like retract it out a little. I mean, I don't know. I've never had it done. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought maybe you might know.
But I
don't
mean,
know.
you get circumcised. I guess that's a form of plastic surgery for the penis.
That's true.
But yeah, I've never heard of like a scrotal lift or something. You know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
never been like a,
Yeah, you know what? Some guys'
there's some
balls.
wrinkly balls.
No,
We should-
some guys' balls hang so low. It's not very attractive.
you don't like a low hanging ball.
No.
You should put the aircon on there and
Some-
freeze up the room. That's
Oh.
why it's too hot in here. That's why everyone's balls are hanging low, okay? Jesus, if they weren't, they'd be fried.
Every
That's
single
why.
time I have
If
a
you
client
just
come
put
over, the
the
first thing
aircon
they
on
say
a
is,
little
"Oh,
bit."
it's hot in here."
Yeah, that's why their balls are hanging so
And I'm
low.
like, "I'm sorry, I run cold."
Yeah, the balls are trying to cool off a little bit.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then I look
Jesus.
at it's like 30 degrees outside. And I was
That's
like, "Oh,
why.
it's cold."
That's why they're hanging low. So yeah, I don't know if they maybe you can get like a scrotal lift. I'm not sure.
I wonder if that's the thing, because I'm telling you, I have seen some saggy balls.
Yeah, I'll look into it. Okay.
Yeah, can you?
We'll
yeah,
get some
can-
before and afters for next week's show.
Yeah.
We'll examine.
Oh, that's
Wait, how do we get to this? I don't. What are we talking about? How do we get to scrotal lift?
scrotal lifts. I'm gonna Google that. I wonder if that's a real surgery. Anyway, scrotal lifts.
Or do you know how you have some like bent penises? I wonder if anyone's like,
Oh my
I want it straight.
God, a straightened
maybe-
penis correction.
Or maybe people are straight. They're like, I want a bit of a bent. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing.
No, I'm not into the bent dicks.
Oh, you don't like the bends, yeah.
Because
Okay.
it like rips me up on the inside. Because
Oh, but maybe that's
vaginas
why
are
some
not
guys
fucking.
want it.
Vaginas are not twisted.
Yeah, but maybe some
So
guys
when
are
you
like,
put
yo.
a twisty dick inside a straight vagina, it scratches the walls of it.
Yeah, but maybe that's a good thing. Like,
No,
what
it's
if it's
not.
bent up
Nope.
and it's just like hitting the G spot
Nope.
over and over? Okay.
Absolutely not.
All right, well, maybe they get it straightened.
Yeah. And the worst is when it's like to the side a little bit, because then it's just like it just
Hitting the
scrapes
side
on
wall.
one wall.
They'll
and
need to
it-
fuck on the side then so you can hit the top wall.
and I feel and it's just not.
Okay.
Yeah, not a crooked.
Sorry to our bent dick friends out
Yours
there.
is bent, isn't it?
No, straight.
Oh,
You've
is
seen it.
Yeah, I can't remember though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was
Yeah, but
straight.
the bent that's just from wanking too much, though, isn't it?
No, it's just genetic. It's just how you
No,
born.
it's not. It's from
Yeah, it
wanking
is.
too
No,
much.
it's not from. Wouldn't wanking straighten it out?
No,
wouldn't-
because you wank to the right, isn't it? If you're right-handed,
No.
and then if it's left, it's when you're left-handed. Then I don't know
No.
if you just wank fucked.
Who the fuck
then
is
that's
wanking on a fucking 90-degree angle?
I heard that it was
No,
when
you
you're
heard wrong.
wanking because you're like.
Who
"Ugh,"
told you
like
this? This is a bent dick friend of yours that's trying to come up with a reason why they're good.
Well, I don't know because I'm a girl, so we
Okay.
don't bend our pussies when we.
No.
I always thought it was from wanking.
Well,
too much.
this is an N of one. I don't know if everyone else out there is like fucking jerking off to the side.
Okay,
I'm straight.
Yeah, but maybe you wank straight.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like, do you know the pottery classes? How you like,
I'm gonna look this up right now.
all right.
This can be my sex factor
Early
this week.
premature sex factor of the week. Yeah, I'm 99.9% sure it's not from
Okay, hold on. Why
physical manipulation.
do some dicks curve, cut?
Can you spell or what?
Changes before birth. Some people are born with an issue that causes the penis to curve when erect. Often it's due to a difference in the way certain fibrous tissue inside the penis develops.
There you go. Genetic.
The penis can get fractured during sex or injured from sports or other accidents.
Oh, that just hurts hearing that, by the way. When I ever think about like a penis just getting like fucking broke during sex, that shit is
I've heard of that happen. Like, it
nightmarish.
happens to a lot of male porn stars.
Oh, because there's times where I'm fucking where like it does happen where it like
It
slips
bends.
out a second, you smash it. Oh yeah, or like that shit scares me.
Yeah, so I
I'm
heard
just like,
one
oh,
porn star who broke
let's
his
not
dick. It
talk
was a
about-
girl was
no,
giving him
okay.
that. Oh, okay, I'll tell you.
ooh. It's just, if you ever watched a video where someone just gets horrifically hurt and you like squint and it hurts you, that's how I feel. Like I just feel like this
Look
is.
at your face right now. To everybody, to everyone listening, Mark's
Yeah,
face. Mark looks
it's-
like he's just been run by like
It
hit
feels like
hit
I've just
by a
been
truck.
kicked in the balls or something. It's not a good. It's yeah. All right, let's not go there. Okay, we took
Okay,
a
so anyway, so
detour on
it's
this.
got to do with fibrous
There you go. Yeah.
fibers. You know what? That actually it makes a little bit of sense because it says because your that fibers in your titties
Yeah.
are what like depend on like how your
Titties are yeah.
boobies
Grow.
grow.
Science facts of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just the way you're born. Yeah, but I know some girls that like it bent. I've heard some girls
I
say
had
they
fucked
like
up
it bent.
titty fibers.
You
I
had
had to
fucked
get
up
I had
titty
a
fibers.
lift and a reconstruction because like my tits grew, my fibers grew downwards and they're supposed to grow like straight
Oh,
or something
okay.
like that.
So you got your fibers fixed.
Yeah, I had a whole reconstruction. Had my titties reconstructed.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, and I had a lift as well. So they basically had to like lift it all up.
Was this because you were playing with your titties on an angle?
No,
Is that-
it wasn't actually.
I'm
So,
kidding.
so that makes sense now.
All right. There we go.
That's so funny. Okay. First thing we're talking about today is something that I
Yes.
heard on another podcast,
Yep.
which is called the Madonna whore complex.
Yes.
Now, to everybody who doesn't know what that is, Mark,
Yeah, basically.
do you want to fill everybody in on what that is?
Sure. So this might have even been like brought about at first by Freud, but he probably described it in some like motherfucking way. But anyway, some incest fucking is a weird.
Yeah,
weird
he
man.
had like mummy issues.
Yeah, it sounds like he did. But anyway, essentially what it is you have this complex where you either see girls as this like saintly good girl type of figure. Typically like, okay, this girl's like the mother of my kids, or she's really sweet, she's really nice. Or you see women as the whore, which is like just this slutty, I can objectify her, whatever it might be. So you have these like binary concepts of women, or I guess I'm wondering if like women see men as this, but essentially it's the way men see women in these like binary fields. So sometimes what happens is you'll have a girl that you like really like, and she's like really sweet, or like she's actually the mother of your kids, and you find it really hard to have sex that is a little bit kinky or naughty or dirty, or sometimes for some guys even sex at all. Like the idea that holy shit, like I don't want the mother of my kids putting her mouth on a cock, right? That is just like disgusting. So yeah, you have this idea where men find it difficult to have like kinky dirty sex with their wives, or they might find it really difficult to see a girl, and you see this especially nowadays, see a girl as potentially girlfriend material if she's going to be really slutty. So you meet a girl on Tinder, first night, she comes over, she like rips your clothes off, sucks your dick really well, rides you really well. Now it's really hard to think like, fuck, I don't want to see this girl again because like she's a whore. Like I don't want to date her, right? Yeah, she's a fucking whore. Like, damn, she fucked me so well. Shit. So yeah, that's essentially the complex in a nutshell.
Oh my God. I'm dying. We love whores on this show.
We do. They're my favorite.
I actually see this on Twitter a bit. Like it's usually when there's posts that like, I guess civilians are like shit talking sex workers and stuff, and you usually see guys being like, no, like I want a virgin and she's going to be so pure and whatever.
Yep.
And I bet that same guy that says he wants a virgin is probably the same guy that's paying for fucking hookers.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Lots of my fucking clients are married
Yep.
or have girlfriends,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Oh yeah, she's so nice," and well, yeah, you're still paying to fuck me, aren't you? You love it when my dick, like when your dick's wrapped around my mouth. Wait, no,
Yeah, when
my mouth is around your cock.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
And you were saying that you noticed that essentially your like single clients will tend to look for more the girlfriend experience, and your like married clients tend to look for more
yes,
like
this is something else that I seen on Twitter actually, which I never thought about it until I seen this thread. But then when I started thinking about it, and then other girls started commenting as well, I was like, oh my God, this is actually a phenomenon, which is the single clients want the girlfriend experience and the married clients want the mistress experience. So it's never the hot young single clients that's like, oh yeah, I want you to dress up in stockings or like a maid and be dirty talk me and slap me around or whatever. It's never them. That they're the ones that's like, oh, wear no makeup, just PJs is fine. Like they're the like I've got a few of my regulars that are single. Like half of what we do is like watch TV.
Yeah.
Or like I've like made cooked food. I've had regulars that'll come over for a bit and I've like made like cooked them food or something like that. It's like proper girlfriend experience. The married ones are usually the ones that's like, oh yeah, stick your finger up my ass and dress up like a maid, or like, wear stockings and just be like real filthy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's never the single ones that's asking me to do all the filthy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's probably what you're saying. Like, they probably, they've got the wife or girlfriend at home that's satisfying those needs.
Exactly.
They want something kinky, something that's different.
Yeah.
And the single clients are the ones that aren't getting that. They want to feel, nurtured. Like it's a lot of my single clients, it's like the girlfriend experience, it goes so much deeper than just like the term that it is. Like it really is. Like I watch whole movies with clients and we like, we cook and, feed each other food and while we're in PJs. And I see lots of my regulars without any makeup or anything like that.
Do you prefer these bookings? They sound so much more enjoyable.
I do. And especially when it's a regular as well. Because especially once they become like a regular and you've seen them a few times, it's kind of like you're hanging out with a boyfriend almost. Because you kind of get to know each other, you know what each other likes, and you kind of get into like a little bit of a pattern. Like with a few of my regulars, we have like, you start to form like little patterns, which is kind of like if you were actually dating someone, like they bring, they kind of, they'll come around the same time or it might be the same day. They, and it might be like, they know that I like this coffee and they like this. And then if I know they're coming, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I'll make sure I go out and get these drinks or this food or whatever or the chips that they like. And then they'll come and I'm like, oh my God, I found a new movie for us to watch. Yeah. And they're like, oh my God, you're so excited. Awesome. Or like make popcorn or whatever. We sit down and watch this movie and, I've got no makeup on and they're all like, just whatever. And it kind of feels like you're literally inviting a girl over for like a movie night sort of thing. Or
so interesting. Yeah.
Or like, sometimes we go for like, we'll go for like little walks or like brunch dates, like, cute things like that. And it is literally like, hanging out with like a boyfriend.
Just a partner,
Yeah, no, it is, seriously. So I do prefer those ones. And it's so much easier with regulars because you start to get a feel of like what each other likes. And to be honest, the routine is kind of nice. It's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. We're going to watch a movie and we're going to, cuddle and stuff. It's kind of fun for me too because like I don't have a boyfriend. So it's like,
exactly. You get the boyfriend experience.
Experience as well. I get a guy coming over, bringing me gifts and treats and giving me massages, watching movies with me while he's rubbing my feet and stuff. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. While I'm in my PJs looking like shit.
Yeah. It's interesting though. Like when I think about Madonna whore complex as well, I think it can be a real problem where say you are in a relationship, right? So say the guys that you're speaking of, their wives, for example, the ones that just want you like dressed up and like finger in the ass and whatever it might be. These wives might be wanting that experience too. Like you might be in a where they're like, yo, I would love some fucking kinky sex or sex in general or something like to spice this up. And so I think for guys, like I've fallen into this trap too, where I will get feelings for a girl and then it does become a little bit more difficult. Like, especially if they want, say, for example, like degrading sex.
Finger up the ass.
Again, another intervention. But if I'm telling them like if I have a girl like from the club or some shit or, whatever it might be, it's real. Like I enjoy like degrading a girl. Like if it's me telling you you're a piece of shit, get the fuck out of my house when I'm done with you, I just want to use you. That's like a lot of fun for both of us. And but when it's a girl you're really into, it's hard to enter like that space.
Like you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, you're gonna get the fuck out. But it's.
Oh yeah, how do you go about that? So you would struggle with that as well?
It's difficult, yeah. Like so, and that's the extreme. Like I think for me, I can handle the other form of that spectrum, but I can see for guys out there, say they have a goal that's like, I just want you to choke me or spank me. They might be like, hang on, I'm really into this girl. I don't want to like choke her. I don't want to spank her. Like this feels weird for me and blah, blah. So I think it's important to recognize that you can have one goal and it's not binary. You can have one goal that is really sweet, is really nice, is the mother of your kids, but can also be that character that is like hypersexual, that really wants you, that wants to be dirty with you. And for me, what I've found is like having a way to transition where it is kind of in a sense like a role play, but having a way to transition that where outside the bedroom, she can be all those things. She can be like the amazing girlfriend or wife or whatever it might be. But you get into the bedroom and there are times where you can switch that up. And I think for me, having like a moment where you enter into that. So I know in BDSM, a lot of times they use collars. I don't, but you could have that where it's like, okay, when I put this collar on you, you're no longer, I'm not seeing you as the mother of my kids. I'm seeing you as you're my lover. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're the person I'm having sex with right now. You're the one that is like exciting and fun. And so you can have your own thing. It could be like a playlist. It could be like, I don't know, you turn a different color on in the bedroom or some shit. But you have a way to transition this in where you see them in this different light now. There's a different aspect of them. Because otherwise it can be difficult to like keep up a fun, like exciting, intimate sexual relationship with your partner that you might have this like Madonna whore complex going on with, and you see them just as like this very sweet, nice, good girl.
I heard that trying to role play can help with that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I saw that in like a movie that was kind of talking about something similar, where it's like, yeah, so role play with your partner, like if you are struggling to like, you know, see them as that, try to like role play or like go pick her up at a bar and like pretend that it's not her sort of thing, but then over here then she'll act like a filthy drunk slut at a bar or whatever, and then you'll act like a horny teenager or whatever. But yeah, well, how can you though? So like so it is, especially once you've fallen into the trap, it's probably a little bit hard to get out of it, because I know all of the relationships that I know of that are like very successful ones, they're the ones that are still having filthy sex even 10 years in. I mean, all of my clients that are married, they're none of them are having filthy sex, because if they were, they wouldn't be seeing me, right? Yeah. The first thing they say, and like, it's not that they don't love them. I have a lot of, I mean, sometimes it's like, you know, they're separated or like they're just, you know, so it's like kind of on the rocks or whatever. Yeah. But a lot of the time it's that they actually still do very much love their wife. They're just not getting sex anymore. And, well, you know, men being men, they want to still fuck. But even what Sam, the male escort that we interviewed, he told me that, which we spoke about on the show as well, is that he said that most of his clients are also married. So it's clearly women women these days are also seeking it as well. But so, okay, so yeah, so as I was saying, the successful marriages or partnerships are the ones that are still having filthy, dirty sex. But I don't know if I believe that you can just, if you haven't been having filthy, dirty sex for 5 years with someone that you've been married to for like 15 years, I don't think you can just start it again.
Yeah, it's difficult. I feel like there's probably so many.
Been there, I think,
I feel like there's probably so many variables to that. I just think like if we're looking at this one mindset, and if you find yourself as a guy out there thinking, oh, the idea of like experiencing different types of sex with this girl feels really difficult because I see her in one specific certain way, then the way you see her is probably one-dimensional and is a little bit inaccurate. And I just encourage those guys, if they're facing that mindset, to try see your partner a little bit more holistically and even communicate with her like, hey, what do you like? And it's okay. It's also okay that if your wife or your girl or a girl is like, hey, by the way, I have these crazy fantasies, or I really enjoy this type of sex, or like this really turns me on, doesn't mean that she's not a good girl. Doesn't mean that she can't be the mother of your kids. Doesn't mean that she's not really sweet. Like you can have both, right? That whole idea. What's this saying? Like something in the streets and in the sheets. You know what I'm talking about?
Something like that.
Yeah, whatever it is. Good girl. Yeah,
I don't know. What I'm finding is that most guys have their good girl at home and then they come pay me for a bit of fun, which I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. Whereas you can have that in like the one person. Like,
well, I think you can, but apparently, according to men, you can't.
Well, that's the problem. That's the complex,
all of the guys out there saying, "Oh, yeah, you know, women are such sluts and there are so many OnlyFans girls, that's so disgusting." Y'all are the ones paying us, because you know what?
Straight up.
If there was no demand for us, we wouldn't exist.
Exactly. Yeah.
There would be no sex work if you men weren't paying for it.
Very true. 100%.
And whenever I see people like, you know, slut shaming sex workers, being like, sex work is disgusting, why does anyone want to do sex work and whatever, the first thing I think of is that we are all so rich because men are paying it.
Yeah, 100%.
So
it's the same. This is what I brought up one time too. Like it's the same guys also saying, I would never get in a relationship with a girl like that. that I guarantee you, if you went to any of those guys saying that and being like, I want to be in a relationship with you, they would drop all their things right away and be like, yes.
Oh, 100%. The question shouldn't
it's
be,
so
would you
funny.
date a sex worker? The question should be, would a sex worker date you?
Yeah, I just feel like
Probably
so
not.
many guys that sit there and say, I would never date a girl like that. I would never. I'm like,
No.
shut
Would
the
a girl
fuck
like
up.
that date you is the question.
Yeah, and I feel like if they're in
Yeah.
front of you and they'll, so it's always interesting to see the contradiction in a lot of people's statements.
Oh,
But yeah, you
100%.
can have both. Like people are obviously on a spectrum. They're diverse. They're multidimensional. You can have both. So I think that the more as a society and the more as like an individual person, you can see that it's way more beneficial because
Women
now
are sexual beings too, guys.
yeah, exactly. And like now, like as a guy, when I'm in the club and I do just want to have like fun, casual, like filthy sex with a girl, that now opens you up to a lot more women. You don't like pigeonhole them into a certain thing. And when it comes to a relationship and you're like, okay, I'm ready to settle down, it also opens you up to way more women because you're not like pigeonholing, like, I just want the virgin girl sitting in a library. It's like, I can have a girl that's like had other sexual partners before and is like being fun and outgoing and whatever it might be, or like even OnlyFans or whatever it might have been. And you can still have a fun
and if you're
relationship.
not
So,
having
yeah.
kinky sex with your partner, like what you were saying before, like she probably deep down is very kinky.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean,
100%.
I never was. Like, I talk about it all the time. I was a good girl once upon a time.
Yeah.
But clearly, all of these tendencies were in me always.
100%.
I just didn't, like, I suppressed them or maybe never had the opportunities to express them.
Yep.
Maybe felt shamed of, wanting to explore, like, different sexual kinks. Because I remember with my boyfriend that I was dating when I was, like, 18 to, like, 21 sort of thing, I always knew I wanted to be like, hey, slap me around, like, a little bit. And he wasn't into it. And he was like, and so then I was like, oh, okay, like, I think I like that, but no, he doesn't want to do it. So, okay, I'm just not going to do this then. And I always kind of wanted to do more, but it just wasn't available to me. And then I was just like, oh God, like, am I weird for like liking to be choked and shit? Like, is there something wrong with me? And then obviously now I'm like very full-time kinky
Finger in
bitch.
the butt, yeah.
Yeah, right. No, finger in the butt. Yeah. So now I'm like a full-time kinky bitch, but like that could be your missus could be full-time kinky bitch if you just let her.
Everyone listening at home, your partner's probably way more kinky than you
I was
think.
that submissive little librarian good girl once upon a time, but clearly deep down there was a whore in there deep down.
Start a conversation, figure it out because it's probably there.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then maybe you'll save some money.
Kat, talking about kinky things that your partners are into that you probably don't realize. Deepthroat. Is it overrated?
Deepthroat is so overrated. All right, I'm going to give you all a hot take right now. Deepthroat is so overrated.
Tell me
Speaking
more.
as somebody who is a professional deep throater.
Yes.
So deep throat, obviously I don't have a penis, but this is just what I'm going off from my own experience. Deep throat doesn't actually feel good. It's just impressive.
Yep.
It's like a party trick.
Yep.
It's like, so party tricks don't necessarily feel good, but party tricks like, oh wow, that's cool that you can do that. Like maybe they make you like people more interested in you, like, oh yeah, he's cool, he can do whatever, he can open a beer with his fucking crotch or something. And like, oh, that's pretty cool, like I'm interested now. But like, that doesn't actually really do much else other than it's just cool. So yeah, deep throat doesn't, like, I've never had a guy be like, oh, I need you to go like deep throat me so I can come.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't come. Can you please deep? Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen. Like, it doesn't feel good. It's like your cock's just getting shoved up the back of my throat, and it's not really hitting anything because I've got like my mouth gaping open.
Yeah.
Your dick's just slid into the back of my throat. It's not actually like, because like when you're sucking it kind of normally, it's like your lips are around it, your tongue is against it, your hand might be on it. When you're deep throating it and it's just all the way at the back of my throat, it's not actually hitting anything.
Yeah. For guys out there that's never had their dick deep throat and you're wondering, just get hard and go hump a wall. Just slam your dick against the wall over and over. That's what deep throating is.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it actually, like, because it actually doesn't hit any tongue. There's no lip action. There's no hand action. Yep. It's just, oh, that's impressive. She swallowed my whole cock, and that's it. And then you do it a couple of times. So usually, like in my sessions, like I'll do it a little bit just to show that I can do it. And they're like, oh,
you got to do it for show, yeah.
It's like it's a party trick though, doing that. But I'm not deep throating them the whole time. I'm deep throating them max like for what? Max like 5-10 seconds, maybe a couple of times throughout like the head job that I give. But like, Yeah, no guy gets off from it. Guys get off from the hand job or like a proper head job or even just from sex.
Yeah, because a lot of the nerve endings are around like the head of the dick, right? Not at the tip of it. So as you said, like you're missing all the sensation around the shaft, around the head of the dick. Like it's literally just the tip that is getting like some
it's
action
just a party
there.
trick.
And I feel like the equivalent of this gender role switch is probably like squirting. Is that squirting again is kind of like a party trick. It's kind of like you make a girl squirt. It's like very impressive and that's really cool. But the actual like sensation and pleasure from squirting probably isn't as good as having just normal sex or having your pussy eaten or having like a clitoral orgasm or whatever it might be. It's, as you said, it's like impressive as a party trick. It can be kinky. And like for me, I'm not a big fan of like getting my dick sucked anyway. But it is kind of, as you said, it's kind of kinky when the girl is like choking on it. She's trying to get it all down her throat. And you're like, okay, that's kind of hot. But tactically, like how it actually feels, the sensation, it's not the best. So yeah, I agree. Overrated.
Yeah, I've never squirted, but I feel like I wouldn't like it. But yeah, I'm just fingering and oral in general. Yeah, I just I say it all the time. I just want to be fucked.
Yeah.
You can't finger me into an orgasm. That's no, not for
There
me.
you go.
I've got a funny story actually. I was having sex with this guy the other day, and I was really wet. I mean, I hadn't squirted, but I was just like really wet, and I don't know. We just got really kinky, and I just got my pussy juice. I just like rubbed it all over him.
Oh, that's hot. Yeah, that's hot.
It sounds a bit like, now that I'm saying it back, I was like, oh, that's a bit gross. But it was obviously you do lots of gross things in the heat of sex that like looking back,
No,
you're
I
like,
love
oh
that
god,
shit.
that was kinky, and then he
Yeah.
just was rubbing it literally like all over him. He was loving it though.
Yeah, that's hot.
He didn't
I'm
even
down for
shower
that.
afterwards. He's like, I'm just gonna wear this home. I was like,
Yeah.
yep, you do that.
Yeah, no, I like having like
You got
pussy juice just all over my
Pussy
beard.
pheromones all over
Yeah,
him, and he's like, yeah, I'm wearing this
perfect.
home now. I was like, great.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I love when girls are into their own pussy juice. Like, so when I eat pussy, I always get it like fucking all over my beard and shit. When girls like want to like eat that shit up, I'm like, that's hot. Or when girls like finger themselves and like lick their finger, that turns me on too. Yeah, big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I do
That
that
is
too.
something definitely not overrated.
Yeah, I feel like most girls eat their own pussy. I feel like girls are not like guys. I feel like girls
Yeah,
are
yeah, they're much
generally
more
not
open.
scared of
Yeah.
their own juices because
Yeah.
we know we're clean.
Yeah, men are dirty, okay?
Yeah, you men are
guys
fucking
know you're
filthy.
clean. Yeah,
But
true.
anyway, yes.
All men are
My
disgusting.
hot
yeah.
take,
Yeah, I agree.
is
Yeah, overrated.
deep throats are overrated.
Yeah.
Deep throats are out and eating pussy juice is in.
Yeah, done. Alrighty.
Okay, so I've got a question for you.
Yes.
I don't know if men do this,
Mhm.
but it's something that girls do. It's definitely something that I do.
Mhm.
So I've got a friend who's just recently gone through a breakup.
Okay.
And now she's in this is something that lots of girls do in the reinvent yourself after a breakup phase.
Okay.
So my question is like, is it normal to reinvent yourself after a breakup? Is this something people do? And is this something that men do? Do men reinvent
Reinvent.
themselves after breakups?
What do you mean by reinvent? What does that
So,
look like?
all right, most of the time when women go through breakups, they always change. The first thing that changes
Hair
is the
color?
hair.
Yeah, okay.
The
Yeah, I'll say
hair is
that.
always, you get a haircut, you
Yep.
get bangs, or you dye your hair red or blonde.
Yeah.
Or black or whatever. You dye your hair
Okay,
the
yeah,
opposite
yeah.
color of what it is. If you got blonde hair, it goes black.
Right.
If you got like red hair, it goes blonde or
Mhm.
whatever. Like it's whatever is the polar opposite of whatever you've got. And I don't know. And then you probably do some other thing. You get lip filler. Maybe you get a boob job.
Okay. Maybe some new clothes or something.
Yeah, I
New
got a
look.
boob job after one of my breakups.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
very
my normal
change, yeah.
my normal thing, yeah. I always change my hair after a breakup. Always,
Okay.
it's you kind of just want to be a new person. It's like you just want to be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess
I
it's
don't even know what the psychology of it is.
Yeah, I guess it's a way. There's probably a few things.
It's kind of like
One-
a coming out.
Yeah,
sort
I think
of.
one is like it's a shed of your old self. You're like,
Mm.
okay, that was like the old me, the one that identified with being in this relationship. I don't want to be that anymore. I'm moving on from that. And two is probably like, hey, I'm single now.
Yeah.
Right? I'm on the market. I gotta look my best. I'm gonna get like I know for me when I had a breakup, I'm trying to think like how I reinvented myself. I started working out a bunch. But I don't know if that was so much for just like getting out of the house and it was like a mental health thing, or it was like I want to change the way I look.
It is. It was reinventing yourself.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe.
so guys do
Yeah,
it too.
maybe I did. Yeah, but I feel like this is what I'd say about it. I'd be careful that you do it for the right reason.
I don't think
would
there's ever
say-
a right reason.
I would
I
say
think that's out.
I would say there's probably steps you need to take once you have a breakup that are healthy.
No, fuck
things like
therapy. Just dye your hair.
No, I think there are things like you need
Therapy's
to
out. Dyeing your hair is in.
just get a boob job everywhere. Because
Throw
what
on
I-
an episode of Cat and Mark
Yeah.
and get that
What,
packet dye from Coles.
What I'm worried about is you don't want to just have this reaction where you're just trying to change yourself, or you think like, fuck, they didn't like who I am, so I need to be someone else. Like, I think there's probably bad reasons to reinvent yourself. But if it just comes from like, okay, I accept, okay, that sucked, I'm going to move on from it. I learned this from a relationship. I forgive them for whatever happened. And everything's chill. And you're like, look, I want to move on from this in a way that's not only like emotive and I've accepted what's happened. I want to move on in a way that kind of feels physical as well.
I think it is usually just a moving on thing, because
Yeah.
I've done this. I'm guilty of doing this. And something else that I tend to do is like I usually pick up a new job every time. The last few breakups I've had, I'm like, Mark, so I have a new
job.
I started a blog, or hey, Mark, let's start a podcast. Remember this podcast started? I had a call with you, and I was, so the first part of the call was, oh yeah, I'm sad about this breakup, and then the second part was, hey, we should start a podcast.
So true. Okay, do you know what? Maybe more people need to have breakups.
So this podcast idea came from a breakup that I had, because I was like, I need to reinvent myself, so I should get a new job.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing then. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm definitely guilty.
You have some okay. Most girls are getting their hair color changed. You have some drastic changes of reinventing, man. New jobs, new boobs.
Yeah.
That's full on.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So guys, if you notice a massive change ever happened to Kat, you probably just had a breakup. That's probably what happened.
But yeah, so do you
hang on, you have darker hair. Is there something you want to tell me?
I dyed it darker a little bit.
Is there something that happened? Is there something you want to share?
Well, I didn't change my hair. My hair was brown before. It was just slightly darker. If I had rocked it with red hair, then that you'd be like,
maybe it was a little breakup. Maybe
no,
it was like 2 weeks.
No, there wasn't. No, this isn't a drastic enough change. Like this doesn't count.
Okay.
Of like, this isn't a reinventing yourself. Going like 3 shades of brown darker is not the same. It would be like if I had chopped all my hair off and then went like red and then got bangs. That would be like,
that would be a breakup sign.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So do guys do it as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, have you ever had students be like, "Hey, my missus just broke up with me. Time to get blonde hair"?
No, I don't think like color change in terms of hair, but definitely a lot of guys. And this might be a function of just getting like too comfortable in a relationship or building bad habits, but definitely you see guys come out of breakups and they say, that's it, I want to get my shit sorted. So it might be like starting a new job, or like a lot of time I think what you see is like losing weight or gym, where it's like, that's it, I'm going to get into shape now.
The losing weight one is actually a big one. I do see a lot of girls like, because, this is just the cycle that just tends to happen. You get into a relationship, you get comfortable, you get fat.
Yeah,
like that's just
exactly. You
guys
get out.
And girls, and then you get out and you're like, oh shit, I'm fat.
Yeah, and then the guy's like, why does she look good now?
Yeah.
We were fine. Why does she? Yeah, so true. Yeah.
So you get a bit fluffy. I don't know if that's probably not the politically correct word anymore, but you get fluffy.
Actually,
I get so fluffy in relationships.
I was dating a girl.
I do. I get fluffy. I'm
fluffy.
Yeah.
You're a fluffy relationship
type
girl.
Fluffy. I get fluffy.
Yeah, comfortable.
Yeah, I do.
There was a girl that I was seeing, probably for like 6 months, and she was the opposite actually. Where when she's single, she doesn't really give a fuck, but when she starts liking a guy, she was like really impressive.
How does that happen?
Yeah, it was so interesting. So when I met her, like we were like pretty casual-ish, but it was like serious casual, I guess. But yeah, like while we started seeing, she was like working out more. She was like buying new clothes. She was trying to like look a bit. And I'm like, this is totally the opposite of like what usually happens. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, all right, fluffy. So if you get fluffy, you're in a relationship.
I'm actually fluffy right now because I forgot to mention.
You are not fluffy right now. Holy shit.
I hurt my knee, so I haven't been able to exercise properly.
If this is fluffy, you're setting really bad standards for everyone else. Stop
I'm actually so fluffy right now.
No, you're not. Okay.
I'm in my fluffy era right now.
You look fit as fuck right now. What are you
I've got a photo
about?
shoot.
Fluffy.
I'm shooting for Maxim in a month's time, so I need to try and get unfluffy.
All right, well, you're not fluffy.
I know, everybody. So you'll be seeing me in Maxim pretty soon.
Damn, on the up.
I know. Maxim is the gold standard. That was actually on my list for next year, but then an opportunity came up this year, so I've fast tracked that.
Fuck yeah, that's great.
So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll be shooting for Maxim in Thailand.
Do you know what type of photo shoot? Do they tell you beforehand, like what it's going to look like?
I don't know, jungle vibes because it's in Thailand, maybe.
Okay, damn.
Jungle.
We'll see.
Beachy, bikini vibe.
Cool.
Maybe.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just gonna get. I don't care. It's shooting for Maxim.
I don't care.
I don't know. They can rub me in camel shit.
Exactly.
I'll do it.
I
feel like I would rock camel shit.
Yeah, you look
Don't
good
laugh.
in it. Yeah.
I'd look hot as fucking camel shit.
Yeah,
I think.
look perfect. Yep.
Okay. So my sex fact of the week
Yes.
is A single human male produces enough semen in 2 weeks to impregnate every single woman on Earth. That's fertile.
Damn.
Apparently.
Challenge accepted. Yeah.
Because isn't there something like billions of sperms in like one ejaculation or something like that?
There's quite, because there's one cell.
And there's only like how many billions of, was only like a few billion women on Earth, right?
Yeah.
But then there's like billions of
3.5 billion maybe.
Yeah.
something
So,
like that.
but then there's billions of sperm in like one.
Yeah,
one
maybe
load,
millions.
right?
Yeah, we got it covered. Yeah, listen, all you need is one man. All right, we're good to go. Yeah,
So why don't we kill the rest of you off?
good idea. Yeah, kill everyone off. You just need me. That's it. Done. I agree. Kill them all off. All right, good to go.
Let's just kill it. I don't know
that's
how
enough.
women have not. I don't know how there hasn't been a woman uprising yet, where all the women just
Is that so? Yeah.
like
just get rid of all the men. Yeah, you don't need us. What are we good for? Yeah,
we only
the smartest, strongest. Yeah, why
we
would
only
you
need like
us?
3 of you in cages to like sort all of us out. We really don't need any more than. Let's just
What
keep.
happens? What happens when we get like?
We'll keep Elon Musk and like Zuckerberg just to like
just them too? Yeah.
function all the technology and stuff. We'll keep a few of you.
What happens when we get like?
and then just a few good-looking ones in cages.
Oh, just keep the good. What happens when we get like mechanical worms, and then we just never need females? Just get rid of all of you.
A mechanical wombs.
Yeah, just external worm. Yeah, they complain less. Oh, they don't. Yeah, probably don't cook as well.
Mechanical womb's not going to
Yeah.
cook for you and stroke your
That's-
hair and
that's
rub
true.
your feet.
Yeah, fuck. All right, we'll need a few of you in cages, I guess.
Yeah, because we've spoken about the AI sex bots before on the
That's
show.
true,
They
yeah.
will never replace.
That's
They'll
not
never
good enough,
replace
yeah.
us.
True. All right.
Anyway, that's right,
Well,
everyone.
guys-
Make sure you vote for us at the AIA Awards.
Exactly.
Smash the like button first.
Smash that.
Fuck the follow button,
Get on it.
and then
Yep.
Deep
Best
throat
podcast.
the
Exactly.
the deep throat the awards button.
Deepthroat's a bit overrated though, so we'll see. And you are nominated for Best Escort and
Best Escort.
Podcast.
Yeah, so I'm nominated for Best Escort. We're collectively nominated for Best Podcast, and then
Yep.
Mark is nominated for Best Sex Therapist.
Awesome. All right, get on it. Love you all. See you next time.
Yay! Bye.